On CBS 42 this morning, for the first time, Jefferson County inmates were tested for COVID-19, and CBS 42 has an inside look. CBS 42 News reporter Hillary Simon was there as inmates received testing, and for some of them, Hillary, a hepatitis A vaccine. She joins us live outside the Jefferson County Jail.
Well, Alyssa, it's important to note that there is no positive cases of COVID-19 here at the Jefferson County Jail, and they want to keep it that way. That's why they put a lot of precautions in place. For example, people are being temperature checked. You also see signs outside that say must be wearing a face mask to enter. That's outside the courtroom and even the jail. Now, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office partnered with the Jefferson County Health Department and NAFCare to bring COVID-19 testing and hepatitis A vaccines to inmates. The Sheriff's Office says this was optional for inmates. Sheriff Mark Petway says they've made changes since the pandemic to keep the virus out, like lowering bonds to nonviolent offenders so they don't have to stay in jail, and booking inmates outside. Dr. David Hicks with the Jefferson County Department of Health says it was important that they do this.
Jail facility, there's only so much you can do to socially distance someone, right? And so if you're sharing a cell with someone else, what happens if that person comes in, they're asymptomatic, you don't know if they have COVID-19. They can then pass it on through the facility. That can also get passed to the law enforcement and deputies, unbeknownst to anybody else. And so the fact that if you can get tested and isolate that person quickly, that decreases the spread.
Dr. Hicks says it was also important they offer hepatitis A vaccines. He says there is still an outbreak of that disease in our area that we must not forget. Now, coming up at 6:30, hear from the Deputy Chief of Corrections and what she has specifically been concerned about since coronavirus pandemic all started. I'll share that coming up at 6:30. Live in Jefferson County, Hillary Simon, CBS 42 News, local coverage you can count on.